All right, so today we're going to put on our detective hats. We're taking on a case that's literally billions of years old, and we're looking for clues in a place that spans, well, the entire known universe. Our target? Alien life. And the biggest, strangest clue we have is just this deep, unnerving silence.
I mean, this is the ultimate question, isn't it? It's something people have been asking forever, from ancient storytellers to today's top scientists. And this question, it's the very heart of the mystery we're diving into. So let's jump right in and look at the evidence.
And right away, we hit the core of the problem. On one side, you have the cold, hard math, which basically screams that the universe should be a bustling cosmic city, just packed with civilizations. But on the other side, when we actually point our telescopes out there and listen, we get nothing, just static, this huge, empty silence.
To crack this case, we have to start by building the argument for life out there. So let's look at the overwhelming evidence that suggests we absolutely should not be alone in this universe.
It all starts with the sheer scale of the place. 2 trillion galaxies. I mean, that number is so huge it's kind of hard to even wrap your head around it. But try this. Imagine every single one of those galaxies was just 1 grain of sand. You'd have enough sand to create a beach that stretches for miles and miles.
Now let's just zoom in on our 1 grain of sand, our home, the Milky Way. Here alone, we've got something like 400 billion stars, and what we've learned recently is that basically every one of those stars has at least 1 planet. The numbers are they're mind-blowing.
So you've got trillions of galaxies, hundreds of billions of stars in each one, countless planets. And after all that, how many advanced civilizations have we actually confirmed? 1. Just us. This right here. This is the mystery. This is the great silence.
You know, this huge contradiction actually has a name, the Fermi Paradox. It's named after the physicist Enrico Fermi, who basically asked the simple question that's at the heart of our detective work. If all the evidence points to a universe full of neighbors, then where is everybody?
Any good detective knows that sometimes you have to question your own methods. So what if the silence isn't out there? What if the problem is us? What if we're just listening for the wrong things? For decades now, our main strategy has been to scan the skies for radio waves. But think about it. A civilization just 1,000 years more advanced than us, which is nothing in cosmic terms, might see radio waves as being as primitive as we see smoke signals. What if they're using things we can barely imagine, like neutrinos that zip right through planets, or super-focused laser beams, or maybe even quantum entanglement for instant communication? If they are, we'd be totally deaf to their conversation.
Okay, so to get a sense of just how powerful these civilizations could be, there's this thing called the Kardashev scale. It basically ranks civilizations by how much energy they can harness. A Type 1 civilization has mastered all the energy on its planet. A Type 2 has harnessed its entire star. A Type 3, the whole galaxy. And us, we're not even a Type 1 yet. We're clocking in at around a 0.73.
So how in the world do you capture the power of a whole star? Well, you might build something like a Dyson Sphere. It's this theoretical megastructure, a giant swarm of solar panels that completely encloses a star, soaking up every last bit of its energy. And this isn't just some crazy sci-fi idea. It's what we call a techno-signature, a giant cosmic fingerprint we could actually look for.
Okay, but our investigation has this other huge wrinkle, a big one, and it's baked right into the laws of physics. The thing is, when we look out into space, we're not actually seeing things as they are right now. We're looking back in time.
See, light takes time to get from one place to another. So when we look at our own moon, we're seeing it as it was 1.3 seconds ago. The nearest star to us, we're seeing it from over 4 years in the past. And the Andromeda Galaxy, the light we see from there tonight left 2.5 million years ago. That's way before modern humans even walked the Earth. A civilization could have been born and died there before its light ever reached us.
So, if it's not just that we're listening wrong, and it's not just about the insane distances, then we have to start looking at some darker, more sobering possibilities. This brings us to a really heavy idea called the Great Filter.
The Great Filter theory says that there might be some kind of wall, an evolutionary step that's almost impossible for life to get past. Now, there are 2 ways to think about this, and they're both pretty wild. Scenario A, the filter is behind us. Maybe the jump from a single cell to complex life like us was a 1 in a trillion fluke. If that's true, it means we're incredibly rare and the galaxy is basically ours. But then there's scenario B. The filter is ahead of us.
This suggests that advanced civilizations always inevitably invent a way to destroy themselves. If that's true, then that silence out there, yeah, that's not emptiness. That's a warning.
But what if the silence we hear isn't about absence or destruction, but about fear? This leads us to our final suspect, and honestly, it's maybe the most chilling theory of them all. It's called the dark forest.
So this idea paints the universe as, well, not a friendly neighborhood, but a pitch-black, dangerous forest. And in this forest, every single civilization is like a hunter, armed and creeping silently through the trees, just trying to survive.
Now really try to put yourself in that hunter's place. It's dark, you spot another campfire in the distance. You have no idea who or what is over there. You don't know if they're friendly. All you know for sure is that you want to survive. So, what's your safest move?
The logic here is terrifyingly simple. The safest move isn't to walk over and say hello. The safest move is to put out your own fire and hide. Or, maybe even safer, eliminate the other fire before it has a chance to find you. In this version of the universe, the sky is quiet, because everyone out there who is smart is also smart enough to stay hidden.
All right, let's recap the case file here. Confirmed contact? 0. But the mathematical probability of life? Pretty much 100%. Their tech level is a complete mystery. They could be anything from bacteria to godlike beings building Dyson Spheres. And the whole thing is complicated by the fact that we're basically quarantined by these unimaginable distances of space and time. It is the ultimate cosmic whodunit.
So, after all that, we're back where we started, with our central mystery. What really is the truth behind the Great Silence? Is it just distance? Is it a difference in technology? Is it some great cosmic filter? Or is it just a universe-wide paranoid fear?
The thing is, we just don't have the answer yet, but exploring the possibilities is what makes this the most fascinating mystery of all time, because whether the universe is empty or it's full of life, either answer is just completely reality-shattering. We are either the first ones to show up to the cosmic party, or we're the new kids on the block, shouting at the top of our lungs in a dark forest where everyone else is smart enough to just keep their voices down.